So the first place we'll start is the laundry room, and this is where 2 of the guinea pigs' cages are. So this is just a huge laundry room, and since the guinea pigs are now home, this was the best place that I could find. So all of this stuff is down in my basement. So as you walk in, you've got the girls' cage, Cinnamon and Reese's, and this cage, before anybody says anything, it's not technically what I would consider big enough for them. It's a 2x4 size, equivalent to that, but I usually keep my 2 guinea pigs in a 2x6 at least, but this is just the only way that this cage over here would work, because I had to have a 2-sided opening in order to clean all over here and stuff. So and here's the boys' cage. Originally the girls were over here, so we've got Butterfinger and then Twix. Originally the girls were over here, and that was because they were supposed to be with Caramel, but when that didn't work out, I couldn't bond them again. I decided to move the boys over here because boys typically need more space. So here they're, of course. Literally I just, he tipped it over, Butterfinger tipped it over, and I just put it back, and he just tipped it over again. He usually doesn't do that, so. So over here, it's a part laundry room, part half bath. So I love this sink. It's great to have this sink here so I can fill up water bottles super easy. What you see over here on the wall, that is extra pieces that we had left over. So we decided to use it. I could like lay it down on the floor over here for floor time and stuff. And so under here, that bin is for my liners. That is a hay bin. And then these bins down here have like different types of liners, or like potty pads in a way. And then this has just random potty pads. Like a lot of this is my old fleece. I haven't upgraded yet for stuff. So my dad and my mom helped build all this stuff for me. So mom spent countless hours doing all the math work. I'm not very good at math, so I let her do it to get all this for the guinea pigs. So this is really great though. The laundry room's right here, and the pigs don't seem to mind it. They're used to the sound. So I've got all the supplies that I need. What I use to wash their stuff, I use Thieves, this Young Living Thieves. So it comes in a bottle this size, and it's very much concentrated. So I'm able to get 3 bottles out of that, and it lasts me a year. So I just bought a new bottle and filled these up today. But and it's all natural products, and it doesn't leave a smell on, like, it's not, even though it's got Thieves and stuff, it kills bacteria, but it doesn't leave, like, once everything is washed, it does not leave a scent on there. So it's not going to be sensitive to their noses, and I trust it much more. So this is just another little storage area. This has I haven't started using these yet. I'm trying to finish all of the new fleece items. So I've got some tunnels down here for the new stuff, and this is just kind of like a drying rack. These things were recently washed and they've dried, and so they're just sitting there. And then I've got just like other supplies to do stuff to clean. And then there is their big container of pellets, and then that's like a basket that I just put dirty stuff in of their stuff when it needs to be washed. So this thing right here is probably the most amazing thing in all this video that you will see. This is an air purifier, and it has done wonders at keeping the smell down in my guinea pig room and with allergens. I am highly allergic to hay, 4+, it's the highest you can be, and when they moved in, I was having a lot of issues with sneezing, coughing, upstairs. I was constantly had a sore throat, but when I brought this into the house, within 3 days, the smell was gone, and I no longer had a sore throat or anything. So this thing is a miracle worker, and it's the best thing ever. I will be doing a review on it soon. I've already done the unboxing part. I just now have to do the review of it. So it's going to have rave reviews, and it's amazing. So keep in tune for that. That's pretty much it for this room. So this is the main room where the guinea pigs are. So moving on to the big room, this is my craft room or sewing room. And so I'll start over here first. As you can see, there's Carmel's cage, and we'll get to him in just a second. Here I've got all the stuff for my store that is currently available on the Etsy shop. So you see, I think there's a few items that have been sold that I've got to package up tomorrow. So, but all this stuff is available. This is just my catch-all spot. So things that have been finished, these are for like another order, so that's why they're up out of the way. But this little spot right here is when I finish things, I put it there, and then that's when I'll take pictures and then post them. So then once, these are all currently on the store, these are not, that's just where I put them until I'm ready to post them on the store. So then I've got my, this is my print station and packaging. So here's all my boxes, my packing materials, to when I print off all that stuff. So I've got regular paper and then my labels. These are sticky labels that will go on the packages. So here is Carmel's little area. He is a 2x4. The reason why he is in a smaller cage is because he is elderly. He's 7 years old, and he does not need as much room to run around. So all of his eating area is in one spot. So we've got his water bottle, his food, and his hay. And so he is on some pain meds, and they are doing an amazing job. He is more active. He runs to me in the morning to come get his food and stuff. So here's all of his things. He's got his little food. There's some antibiotics and his pain medicine, Medicam. And then this is just where I put all their vitamin C tablets. So I'll break it up for him. And these are left over from today's tablet. You're clearly wanting something. So that's just where their little basket is. So under here, we've got, that's one of his hidey houses. This is just a storage container of Christmas items that didn't sell this past year. So they're just waiting for this coming year sells. And then that's his little hay bin, so I can just put hay in his cage when needed. Now over here, these are things that I have yet to finish, so they're in the works. And then under here is the polyfill that I use. And the great thing about this table, this used to be my kitchen table in my old house. When I brought it here, I wanted to use it for something, and my dad put rollers on it. So now I can roll it out and put it right in this area to where I can cut things and have more space to cut items, because I don't have like a typical table that people would use to cut items. So, and then this is my desk. This came with the house. It was the people who owned the house before me. They worked at my old college, my alma mater, Lee University, and this is a Lee University desk. So they asked if I wanted it, and I said yeah, so I got it. So under there is a place for the dogs. The dogs love laying under this table. So this is an old rug that I had in my bedroom, and I just put it under there, and they love sitting down there. So as you can see, there's my sewing machine and some of my supplies. And then over here is a bunch of bins that has a part of my fleece items. So that top part is the foam, and some of it's not very organized right now. I just kind of I've been like moving stuff around and trying to get stuff, so that's what I have there. Okay, so over here is a storage closet. It actually goes under my stairs. So this is where I have some of my stuff. So these items here In this section are things that they are not finished. Like, I'm not currently working on them. I don't have certain colors like these. I don't have this pink color. So I'm having to, I just put it in here so it's out of the way. And then this is just my random craft stuff that I've accumulated over the years. All that stuff back there that wraps around is all my Christmas and decorative stuff. So along this wall is where I keep all my my patterns. So I use cardboard to create my pattern, so I just lay it over the fleece, quickly cut, and I'm done. So when I do like the huge like 2x4s and stuff, I will do like the liners, I will use paper like a typical seamstress would to pin it to the fleece and then cut it out. But for simple things like cubes and stuff, I just lay all this. So these, I need to organize them better because they're just kind of crammed in there. And so that's everything here that is dealing with like the sewing room. So moving on to my garage, this is where I keep, oh, if you haven't noticed that yet, I love this thing. If you do not have a Roomba and you have animals, it's literally the best thing. My friend was selling hers, so I've had one for years, probably 4 or 5 years. I grew up with my mom always had one when they started coming out. So my friend was selling hers, so I bought hers. So I have one downstairs and one upstairs. So it's pretty great having that, because I'll just push the button. I'll just make sure all my cords and stuff are up, and it'll clean up, because it gets so dusty and stuff with all the fleece cutting and then the U-Haul padding. It just gets so dusty in here. So what we have here is, this is my garage. Hi, Zoe. And this cabinet right here used to be in my old house. It was like my pantry, and it didn't have really any like place for it in the house when the guinea pigs moved in. So this holds all the guinea pig stuff, a lot of their items. So again, all of this was organized at the school, and then when they were no longer allowed back, I had to find places to organize it. So this little cabinet was perfect. So up top we have, this is like for their floor time. It's just random things that aren't chewable, like rattles and stuff. This is where all like my old water bottles go in case I need one. I don't use glass water bottles. I use plastic ones because I'm clumsy, and I would break the glass ones and drop them all the time, so I don't do that. So then, as you can see, this thing is absolutely full. It's just all their chew toys and stuff. This is all their natural chew toys, wood and things. I'm gonna mess this up over here. Here we've got all their forage stuff that I've collected. I don't feed that very often. I sometimes forget I even have it. And then down here is just a random container of like water bottle tops. I got Q-tips, and then that's a bunch of like little bulldog clips. This is their first aid kit. I do need to update it. I've had to throw a few things away. That's just things that I would use. There's a video on my YouTube channel for that. Here's random sticks and stuff like from tunnels that they have destroyed, paper towel rolls. Down here is just a mix match of all kinds of random stuff. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. And then there's nothing in the bottom. I've kind of forgotten what's down there. And then over here is their floor time items. So it's all the stuff that I don't leave in the cage because they would destroy it. So it's just a bunch of tunnels and stuff that I don't want them getting pee and poop on if I leave it in their cage. And I want them to last because they're so expensive. So now moving on here, this is something I'm super proud of. I don't know if you can tell what this is, but this used to be an old TV. This actually sat in my parents' living room. It's older than me. For 25 years, this box TV worked properly. There was nothing wrong with it. And so one day my parents, they redid their floors, and they didn't want to, they changed carpet to wood floor, and they didn't want to bring this back in. So they were going to just take it to the dump. And I was like, no, we got to try this Pinterest thing. And so Mom helped me sew this stuff. This is before I actually sewed. And she made, this is just a king size pillow, and we put that there, and the dogs absolutely love it. It used to be inside my old apartment, but when I moved here, there wasn't a place for it, so we just leave it here. And this is, you know, a redneck way to make a bed. This was an old pool I had a couple summers ago, and it had holes in it, so it's pointless to keep water in. So I just decided to throw it in here, and I had blankets and stuff. And then I bought a bed, and I just lay it in there. It really needs to be washed. It's pretty gross. But I just love this little thing. And then the dogs have some of their treats up here. This is their little section. They've got their toy bin, and then all their doggy stuff. Like Belle has a few clothes that she never wears, and stuff. So then over here in this section, ignore all that over there. I have to take a trash haul of all the cardboard boxes. This is where the rest of my fleece is. So, not that. That black thing is my fire pit I haven't put outside. But all these boxes you see, let's see, I have 3, 5, 6, 7. I have about 8 boxes. And this is where all my extra fleece is. So these are for old orders and stuff that I need to finish. And then as I order new foam, this is about 12 yards or so, maybe more, of foam that I've just placed in there, taken out of boxes. And then I've got my U-Haul up here, and these are my old fleece liners that I had for the guinea pigs cages when they were in my classroom, and they are great for when I foster animals, so I use them a lot. Like I'm getting ready to expand the kittens cage upstairs, and I'm gonna put all these liners down because it's just so much easier, and they don't slide. They're thick and heavy, so they are great. So this is, that big box there is where all my dog toys are that I've purchased for them. I always purchase at Christmas because you get them half off, and that literally lasts all their toys till the end of the year. And this is an empty section right now, but this is where all of my foster items will sit when they're done, so all their toys and stuff, but they're currently all upstairs. So this pretty much concludes our video. I hope you enjoyed seeing the guinea pig rooms and their cages, all the organization that comes along with it, and my sewing room and how all that stuff works, as well as the dogs area. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye!